Hello folks, Mundane Man here again, and today we are back in the kitchen working on another appliance. Our Frigidaire Gallery fridge, also an Electrolux apparently. The water valve to the ice maker is not working. It buzzes, and sometimes it makes ice, sometimes it doesn't, and you can always hear that solenoid sticking because it's making a buzzing noise. So we got the new part here. That's our new solenoid. It's got 3 solenoids on it apparently. Our fridge doesn't have the water dispenser, it only has the ice maker, so I assume some of these solenoids aren't used for any purpose on our fridge. And here's the actual OEM part number. You can get them off of Amazon or whatever that aren't the actual OEM, but I figured out what the heck, for the extra $20 or something I would get the proper valve for it. I'm going to empty some of the stuff out of the freezer just so I can roll it out easier, and then we'll get into the back and start the disassembly process. Just going to empty as much as I can out of the freezer. And the main reason for this is just to get some weight out of it. This one, the big basket, I'm going to try and lift out with everything in it. Because I'm lazy. And now I'm just going to roll the fridge out. Make sure there's nothing on top. And now we have access to the back. You can see where the water line's going in there. I'm going to take this cardboard cover off, and I'm going to unplug the fridge too, just so that it's not running while we're doing this, because we are messing with electrical connections, and we'll also have to take off that water line. So don't forget to turn the water off. This hasn't been turned in 10 years, so it's a little stiff. There we go. And we're using a 1/4 socket on a nut driver. And that's our solenoid in there. Okay, I'm going to take off the water line with a 1/2 inch wrench. And I got a little dish here just to catch any water that'll come out. And I brought a towel with me too. That wasn't too bad. There is still water in the valve though. Now let's take out these 1/4 screws that are holding the solenoid in. Okay, in our case, because we don't have the water dispenser, we only have a brown connector and a green connector. You may have a yellow or beige connector if you actually have the water dispenser on the front of your fridge. So let's disconnect those connections and let's remember where they were. Green and brown in our case. Okay, we've got 3 water lines on ours. A beige one, a green one, and a clear one in the back there. So we need to take those lines off and remember where they went. They're kind of color coded, so that's helpful. So I'm going to use a 3/8 inch wrench. I'm going to push up on the white retainer that's holding the hose in and pull straight out. And this one you can see is marked with a line. So when you push the line back in, you just got to make sure that that black line isn't showing. Let's do the green one now. Same thing. Push on the white, pull your line out, and the white line here at the back. And now our valve is released. Okay, that's our old valve, and that's our new valve. The only difference I can see from the original one is this line or solenoid is at a bit of an angle, but I don't believe that is going to be any kind of problem because there's lots of flexibility in the lines. So inside these, where the lines go in, there's an O-ring, and you have to make sure you push the line in beyond that O-ring, and that's why this black line is on the hose, so that you know you have it pushed in as far as it can go. We'll start with the beige or brown one. I felt it seat all the way. We're going to do our green one now. And our clear line. All three of them are nicely in there. Now we can put our connectors back on. This is the brown connector going on to the brown solenoid. And the green connector going on the green solenoid. They made it pretty simple to distinguish. So we have it in, and our lines are sitting in there nice. Let's screw the solenoid back onto the fridge. Okay, now we can remove this black cap that was sealing the water line, and we can put our water line back on. The new solenoid puts the water line at a bit of an angle, which makes it a little bit more convenient. Use our 1/2-inch wrench to thread it back on. Now, I've never had to use Teflon tape on these types of connections, and I've never had a leak out of it either. Let's turn the water on now and check for leaks. Okay, the water's on. And I do not feel any leaks at the connection point here. The next thing to do is to turn the fridge back on, and then turn the ice maker back on too. Let's plug the fridge back in, and that's just the beeper saying it had a power loss. Now I need to push the fridge back in so I can drop the handle on the ice maker to get it to start. So on these ice makers, you drop the handle down, and that's what turns on the ice making process. And to get rid of this annoyance, we're just going to hit alert reset. And it also says my water filter needs to be replaced, but it always seems to say that. So we're going to wait, and hopefully the ice maker will do its thing and the water will come on to refill it. Okay, I put the ice tray back in there to make sure there's something to catch it, because the fingers inside of the ice maker will dump the ice into the tray. And I'm going to pull the fridge back out so that I can listen for the solenoid to come on. We have very limited room. Like, this fridge just fits in here with inches to spare. So in the case of this particular fridge, you've got the main water line coming into that brown colored water line, and it goes up and into the filter, and then the clear line brings water back down, and then when the solenoid opens for the ice maker in the green line, it'll send water up into the ice maker back here. So I'm just waiting for the ice maker to do its thing. It's on a timer, so I'm not sure how long we'll have to sit here. Okay, so that solenoid opened and pushed water through, and no leaks anywhere. I am happy with that. Now it'll just be the test of time to see if it makes ice. But it filled the ice maker, so I have no doubt that this will fix our problem. So while you're back here, it's always a good idea to clean out the condenser here. Get as much dust out of it as you can. Keep your fridge operating efficiently. and they do draw air constantly, so you may think your house is clean until you look inside your fridge that's been sitting there for 10 years. To take some of the tension off of the water line coming into the solenoid, I tie wrap the my braided hose to the lines themselves, just to give it a bit more support than it had before. Now, to finish this job off, I'm going to replace the water filter. I've been getting these drink clear filters. I'll put a link below for them on Amazon, but the Frigidaire ones are like 75 bucks for one, and I think I got 2 or 3 for $30 or $40. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I don't know how much different they are than the Frigidaire ones, but whatever. Spring loaded, and ours is in the upper right side of the cabinet of the fridge. So all you got to do is just push in and it'll unlatch, and you pull it out again. Then on the new one, just take the plastic caps off, put it on the old one so it doesn't leak all over the place, and then just make sure this plastic notch part is centered on the filter, and we'll slide the new one back in. And these came with a pack of stickers so you can note what month you put it in and keep an eye on it. I find we got to change it like once every 6 months. Okay, so it's complaining that there's a door ajar, but that's okay. So after you replace your filter, you can just hold the reset button and it's back to good again. Well, that's it for this edition of Mundane Man, where we replaced our faulty water solenoid for our Frigidaire fridge. Our fridge only has the ice maker, so there was one less water line to deal with, but if you've got the water dispenser on the door and the ice maker, then you'll probably have an extra water line to pull out and push back in. But it was easy peasy, as you saw, and didn't take a lot of time or know-how. And just 2 connectors, the water line and the from your house supply, and then the water lines to the fridge in the solenoid. I'm hoping now that we'll have some nice fresh ice again, because we also changed the filter in there, and we should be good to go. Another appliance repair. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.